my aim. This is an email I received recently because I did the First Home Buyers Expo in Sydney, and it said, "Hi Chris, first I want to say you're the only person in the exhibition who actually appeared to want to genuinely help us. So thanks for this and good luck with your plans to develop what you're doing, Jim and Ruby." One of the problems with his exhibition was it was this full of banks and people telling what to do, and they've got their interest that they want in your business, which is fair enough. But I picked up a copy of The Complete Guide to Buying a Home. So this is it, the whole 20 pages of it, of which 18 are about using this bank. And I'm not bagging the bank because it's great information for your loan, but it's definitely not the complete guide to buying your home. And that's the problem. The people educating us these days are the banks and the government, but they're not really looking after the first home buyer. And I'll show you why. If we think back to that video, here's just a few points from that video. The market's changed. Everyone, you've probably heard this a lot of times, that the market doubles every 7 to 10 years. Have people heard that before? And that's great, but in the last 10 years, the market's probably doubled or more, but the problem has been that our income hasn't. So in the past, it's been okay, whereas you can see here, it was about 4 times our annual income. So if our annual income was 50 grand, a house would be 200. But these days, it's really blown out of proportion, and our income's still 50, whereas we're going to pay 350 for the house. And that just has a snowball effect, where not only are we paying more for the home, our stamp duties are higher, and our lender's mortgage insurance are higher, and all these things happen as a result of the housing going up. So everyone knows what a median price is? Got a fair idea? So that's just the middle price, so sort of an average home, eastern suburbs of Melbourne might be the median at the moment. On your way out, I've got a magazine, property investing one, and it shows all the median price in the suburbs. So take a copy of that and you can have a look and get a good comparison, because the magazine's a few months old and you can see how it shifts. So it's just a good way. So it's not necessarily a good guide depending on how many sales are happening in the market, but it's still good to know what a median price is, because you will hear that term a fair bit. The other thing, 30% of our income are going onto our mortgage, and that's probably conservative. It's probably far more than that. I'll show you a slide a bit later on about how much I believe it takes to save $10,000. And it doesn't take $10,000, it takes a lot more to get to that level. And like I mentioned, the higher prices also relate to higher taxes down the track. The new government. Okay, so what does everyone think of the Rudd government? How's he going to help the first home buyers? Anyone hear his plan? Okay, I'll let you in on his plan. It's basically to have like a super fund for people that are looking to buy their first home. It's not set in concrete yet because it's really fresh, but here's the basic outline. You're allowed to put away $5,000 a year, and you can't do this till you're 18, and the money must stay in there for 4 years. So if you're 18 now and you put away $5,000 a year, it's tax-free, so that's the benefit, and there's a few little things there. But do you think the market's going to move slightly more than that $20,000 in 4 years? So at the end of the day, is it really going to help us, especially the current buyers in the market now? And the answer is no. It's not a bad thing for the younger generation coming through, because we're poor savers as a society. So it encourages them to do the right thing, which is great. But for us as current first home buyers, we just have to be aware that we have to take control ourselves, and it's not up to the government. So if you become educated, and whatever the rules happen to be at the time, that's what you're going to have to run with. So currently, we've got the First Home Owners Grant, which is $7,000, which is from the federal government. So I'm assuming most people here would be eligible. If not, there's plenty of websites that teach you exactly how you are eligible. And here in Victoria, you'll get a further $3,000 if you buy an established home, or if you buy a new home, it'll be $5,000. So you'll get up to 10 to 12 depending. And other states, most other states actually give you a stamp duty exemption. So if you're in New South Wales, for example, if you buy your house there and your stamp duty is $12,000, that is simply, you don't have to pay it. So they've got much better conditions in other states compared to Victoria. However, like I mentioned, that doesn't matter, because these are conditions that we've been given, and these are the conditions we have to deal with. Because if there are major changes, it actually causes more of a problem for first home buyers, which is what happened back in July 2000 when GST came in. They brought in the First Homeowners Grant to help out people. The problem was that at the same time, it brought a whole lot of people into the market that otherwise wouldn't have been. So suddenly, all these people came into the market, which pushed up the prices. So can you imagine if today, if the government came out and said Victorians are also going to wipe stamp duty, well, I can tell you, around Australia, there's 400,000 first home buyers looking to buy a home in the next 12 months. So just imagine in Melbourne alone, there's 15,000 people looking to buy a home, and they've suddenly got an extra, 15,000 effectively dollars to do it. There's going to be so many more people in the market, and it's going to push prices up even more. So it's actually the government's doing the right thing by not doing anything too drastic, because if they do, it will cause us more problems. So it's just something to be aware of, that, like I said, you have to really take control of what you do and not rely on anyone else.